Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another video on JavaScript methods and events in 30 days challenge. Today, we are going to be working with the find method. And what exactly is the find method? Basically, the find method is used to locate the first element in an array that satisfies a specific condition. Once the condition is met, find method stops iterating through the array and returns the found element. And if no element is found, undefined is returned. Unlike the filter method that we did in our previous video, which is going to filter out all the objects inside our array that fulfills a condition. Even though we have 1,000 of them, the filter method is going to return all those objects. But as for the find method, even though we have 1,000 objects inside our array that fulfills a condition, the find method is only going to return the first element that satisfies that condition. And once the find method gets hold of the object, it is going to stop iterating and return the found element. So I'll show you an example for you to understand how the find method works. But before that, I want to show you that we have two new properties inside our array, which is name and then the password. Let's say we know 2 letters from our first password. And then based on that, we want to use that 2 letters to grab the object and then change the password completely. So we're going to use the find method. And after that, we'll go with much more complex example using the filter method and then the find method at the same time. So to get started, I'll create a variable called find user. That is going to be my variable name. And then I will assign it to our fake profile database array. And now we'll use the find method. Inside the callback function, I'll have my parameter in place. And now what we're going to do is to use return the user.password that starts with GY. Just like that. And out of the function, let's log the item to the console and check what we are getting back. I will navigate to my web page, go to the console. Now let's refresh the web page. Then you can see, actually we don't have an object that meets this condition. But technically, this is not the person that we are looking for. The name of the person we are looking for is Almaris, whose password starts with GY as well. But since this is the first object inside our array, the find method returns the object and neglected all the other objects. So what we want to do now is to find a way to filter out all the person or all the users whose password starts with the same letters. And after that, we are going to grab their password and then change it completely. I will comment this one out in order not to miss anything out. And right now I'll create a variable called filter out user. And then I will assign it to our fake profile database. And then we'll use the filter method. And by the way, if you don't know how the filter method works, I have made a video on how to use the filter method in my previous video. You can actually check for the link in the description below. So you can watch that in order for you to understand how this functionality works. So now in here, I'll pass in my callback function, pass in user as my parameter. And right now, I'm going to return user.password.starts with. And then we are going to pass in the 2 letters that we already know. And now if I console.log our filter out user variable, we should see a different result in our console. Let me refresh. And now we have 2 objects inside our array. Life is great. And basically, this is the guy that we actually want. This is our friend. We want to select his password and change it completely. So now that we have 2 objects, we can actually select his password. I'm going to copy it right here. And then based on that, we can now use the find method to grab the object and change the password. Okay, so to do that, since we are getting an array as the result, we can actually use the find method. I will just chain it like this and then pass in my functionality. We have user as our parameter. You can actually name it anything. And what I want to do is to return user.password like that, dot includes. And now I want to say, okay, this is the password that I really want. And if it exists from the two objects inside my array, then return that value. And if it does return that value, we can actually manipulate the object as we want. So if I actually refresh the web page, and then you can see we have Almaris. And now what I want to do is to change the password. So I could do that by selecting the password like that, and then set the value to something like password hacked, like that. So now let me refresh the web page, and then you can see password hacked. So basically, this is how the find method works. I hope you understand something from this video. If you do, make sure you smash that like and the subscribe button. It's a pleasure for me to actually make a tutorial video on some common JavaScript method that we use from day to day to build a complex application. And I hope that this is going to help you to develop a good understanding on how you use all these methods. So guys, with that being said, make sure that you smash that like button and stay updated. So with that being said, guys, I'll see you in our next video.